This is the Transformers Generations Legacy United Voyager class Cybertron universe Vector Prime. And you notice the packaging is now made of this stiff cardboard akin to what they use for the leader class figures for the Legacy line. I picked up this figure from Robo. Let's get this guy out of packaging. And here is the Legacy United Vector Prime out of the box, and at first glance you're thinking, what an awesome and cool looking figure. But I assure you, you could not be further from the truth. This is an absolutely horrible figure because it suffers from major fundamental quality control issues that make you just want to throw away, burn, and smash this figure to bits. Now, people have warned me about this figure, but after reviewing the Legacy United Hotshot, which turned out to be a very stellar figure, and I thought they could not screw this figure up, but they did. It is looking to be one of the more horrible figures in the wave. Probably, quite possibly, a candidate for worst figure from the Legacy United line. It just sucks because of the quality control issues. Let's take a closer look at the details of this new Legacy United Vector Prime.
Vector Prime, transform!
Head to toe, the figure stands at about 18 centimeters tall, or about 7 1/8 inches tall. For comparisons, here he is with the Dramatic Capture Series Voyager class, I guess Earthrise Megatron. Here he is with fellow Cybertron universe characters and figures. We have the Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Siege Leader Class Galaxy Upgrade Optimus Prime, as well as the Transformers Legacy United Deluxe Class Cybertron Universe Hotshot. And finally, here he is with the original vintage figure, the Galaxy Force Vector Prime. This was the Voyager class figure that was released way back in 2004. This is the Takara version. By golly, I am just struggling with the words to describe this figure because it looks similar, but nothing like the original. They couldn't even be bothered to remold the forearms, remold the legs. I get it. It's a G-Axis remold, a Legacy G-Axis remold, but they remolded the chest and the lower pelvis torso, and they probably remolded the shoulder pads, new head sculpt, but come on, man. Adding just the wings and shoulder pads does not turn this guy into Vector Prime. It is an easy fix to remold the legs. They got rid of the wings. They got rid of, I guess, other parts from the G-Axis mold. There's no blaster or anything like that. They could have added, just remolded bits and pieces here and there. The feet are not remolded. It's the same G-Axis mold. It looks too much like G-Axis to be Vector Prime. And they couldn't give him his minicon. I mean, I would have appreciated they gave him a non-articulated target master, which they did with Needle Nose and Spinister. That would have been okay with me, but no, they didn't. So you'll probably have to, get some old Siege Battle Masters. You can probably pretend that it's Safeguard, but I don't think it'll do the job. And they gave him a Cyber Planet key that essentially, well, this one you plug it here. This one you don't even plug it anywhere on his pelvis. It comes with two small pegs, and you just plug it on his chest. And look how horrible that thing looks compared to this. I mean, they didn't even paint it or anything like that. The size is wrong. It's just horrible. Now, probably the only bright spot in this figure is the sword. The sword is pretty well sculpted. I'll give him that. They sculpted it very nicely. It's solid plastic, not flimsy material, but it's pretty small compared to the old sword. It's a good enough attempt, so it's okay. Not great, but okay. Now, if you thought this Dramatic Capture Series Earthrise Megatron had quality issues in terms of looseness, the hips were pretty loose, this thing is going to look so premium compared to this guy, because prepare yourselves. Look how loose this figure is. And when I took him out of the packaging, these wings immediately popped off. I mean, what I do appreciate is they're not made of that gummy, soft PVC material that the original vintage figure had, but they pop off very easily. Loose waist, loose hips. This I'm not. Let's talk about articulation at the same time. Talking about the looseness of the arm joints, looseness of the wing joints. This thing is just an absolute nightmare to pose. Or he can barely stand and do any significant pose. This is probably his best pose. This is to me this got to be the best pose for him. That's the only thing he can do well. I don't know what happened. Did they not take care of the G-Axis mold? This is what, the second or third version of the mold, I think. I don't know what's going on with this figure, but it just look, every inch of the figure is loose. The only thing that's tight is, well, even the ball joint of the, I thought the neck was going to be tight, but nothing. Oh, this one's tight. Oh, tight-ish, but everything's loose as heck. Color-wise and paint apps, I guess it's pretty close to the cartoon. I love the metallic maroon finish he has. Head sculpt is okay. It's actually kind of an improvement on the original vintage toy, but other than the head sculpt and the colors and the sword, this figure is trash. They did keep the finger articulations. That's okay, I suppose. So transformation. The weapons do store at the back this way. I don't know why you would even do that. You can combine the weapons if you wanted to, which is, sorry, stupid. Anyway, so transform him. You want to fold the fists inward to the forearms. Fold the shoulder pads. The backpack's going to fold out. It's gonna just rotate and fold out this way. And then you want to bend the backpack or the back this way backwards, and then you fold the head, and then this sort of chest piece goes out and it rotates, and then you just combine to form that part of the ship. You rotate the feet or the legs. You're gonna go ahead and just fold out the shins. And then these fins are gonna fold out this way, and then the feet fold out and tab, collapse the legs together. This bit right here is gonna fold, and the knees are gonna tab and lock the backpack in place. Doesn't even want to. Okay, there we go. I guess these wings are supposed to tab onto the sides of the legs. Okay, just, and then they just stay there. And then the arms are going to fold inwards. Shoulders are gonna untab, unpeg, and fold down. And then the forearms are gonna tab onto the thighs. And essentially that's it. That's the Cybertronian spaceship alt mode of Legacy United Vector Prime. The sword doesn't even fit anywhere in front. The instructions tell you just plug it here or here. It's ridiculous. And then this one, yeah, it'll stay where it's supposed to stay in robot mode. That is Vector Prime's alt mode. It's horrible. The only good thing about this alt mode is this front part right here, and everything else is a G-Axis Vector Prime hybrid with the fins that's not even accurate. Here he is with the Selects or Kingdom Cyclonus. He's yeah, standard sized, a little small-ish, but compared to Cyclonus, yeah. Yep. And then finally, here he is with the vintage figure, the old Galaxy Force Vector Prime. Ah, man. No words. Why did they even try? I mean, it feels like they didn't even bother trying. to do a Vector Prime. I mean, come on. It's it's just so ridiculously horrible compared to the old Vector Prime. There you go. This is Hasbro's attempt to give us a Generations Vector Prime. And so some final thoughts on this Legacy United Vector Prime. Absolute rubbish. It is an insult to the G-Axis mold and to the original mold. I don't know what Hasbro was thinking with this. Were they think they could get away with just retooling a good mold like G-Axis and turning it into something substandard and just horrible, horrible looking aesthetic of whatever this thing is? It's not even... I don't think it's even a close relative of Vector Prime. After reviewing such an amazing, amazing figure with Hotshot, I had completely set my thoughts into expecting great things with this Vector Prime figure, and I'm beyond disappointed with this figure. Quality control issues plague this figure with the looseness, the parts coming off, the lack of effort to just remold and give us better aesthetic with this figure to make it look more like a Vector Prime. It is just beyond me how this thing just passed the design stages. My advice is, if you still have the original Vector Prime, even the brown version, just hang on to that. That should be your Vector Prime for your shelf, even for the Generations line. Don't bother with this new figure. If you don't have a Vector Prime figure and you are desperately in need of a Vector Prime for your shelf, sure, by all means try and get this figure. If you get it on clearance or at a severe discount or heavy discount, please do not pay full price for this figure. It is not worth the $35 or whatever price it's going for now. The figure is going to get, I'm trying to be as generous as possible, it's going to get a 3.5 out of 10. It's a horrible figure. Hasbro should be ashamed of themselves. They need to revisit this figure, give us a proper leader class Vector Prime, and stop giving us retools. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this new Transformers Legacy United Voyager class Cybertron universe or Galaxy Force universe Vector Prime. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews, and if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.